So if you're chasing the best powder in Canada, the Powder Highway should be on top of your list. This legendary route through British Columbia is home to some of the deepest and driest snow on the continent. Our goal is to hit 5 of these must-ride mountains. We're going to start in Panorama and then work our way north to Lake Louise, which is actually not in British Columbia, it's in Alberta. Then head west to Revelstoke. From Revelstoke, we plan on going to Sun Peaks, and then we're going to finish our trip in Red Mountain. Stick to the end and find out which of these mountains was your favorite, and if we were able to ride all 5 mountains, or did we fall short of our goal.
Can you really leave a stable medical career in a 1,200 square foot home in Florida to live in a self-converted camper van with less than 75 square feet? We're Igor and Amanda, and we did exactly that. Since February of 2025, we've been traveling in North America with our 2 dogs, Rocket and Gabby, in tow. Whether we're snowboarding down mountain peaks, hiking through national parks, or reconnecting with old friends, we're on a mission to live life without regret. So subscribe and join us as we push our boundaries while navigating the highs and lows of life on the road. Hopefully, we inspire you to chase your own adventures.
The world-famous Powder Highway in British Columbia cuts through the Kootenay Rockies, and it connects 8 world-class ski resorts together. Also, it offers heli skiing and cat skiing, and it is world-famous because of the champagne powder that it gets. It's some of the best snow conditions in the North American continent, and it's famous for getting about 30 to 40 feet of snow every year. This year, unfortunately, we didn't get those conditions, but we're still going to have a great time. We're here, we've planned this amazing trip, and we're gonna do it. We are about 2.5 hours away from Panorama. Onward.
This is our second year driving the van into British Columbia for snowboarding. Last year, we absolutely fell in love with the natural beauty of this area, and we were so excited to experience Panorama Resort, which was not on the itinerary last year. Panorama Mountain Resort is a seriously cool stop on the Powder Highway. Huge vertical, tons of terrain, and way fewer crowds than you expect. Panorama is super van life friendly. We were able to park in the P1 lot, which is a 2-minute walk to the gondola that takes you up to the base of the mountain. We love this mountain, and especially enjoyed the Sun Bowl for its epic, uncrowded terrain. After 3 marvelous days at Panorama, we got in Mark Vanthony and headed north. One of the best perks of van life is the daily scenery, that's no secret, and part of our Powder Highway trek had us driving through Banff National Park, Canada's first established national park and one of the oldest in the entire world.
Just need a pass for 4 days.
Right, so there's your pass good till Monday at 4. Just stick that on your window and your receipt there.
Thank you.
All set.
Appreciate you. You as well.
To enter the park, you pay a fee, cost based on how many nights you'll be in the park. We paid $24.50 Canadian per day for a group pass. We drove through the Canadian Rockies with stunning landscapes on all sides. One of the things that struck us the most, though, was not the beauty of the area, but something that we saw in areas of the U.S. Rockies as well: forest devastation from pine beetles, miles of decimated trees. We first learned about this plight last year during our trip, and it still floors us every time. Here's what we've learned. Mountain pine beetles have always been a part of the local ecosystem here, but warmer winters, aging forests, and drought stress have caused an explosion in the beetle population. More beetles, weaker trees. This is why when driving through areas of the Rockies, you'll see dead or dying pines. There are some positives, like providing more area for new growth, but there are efforts underway by the Canadian Forest Service to curb the pine beetle's impacts. Even so, it's hard to believe the beauty that is Banff National Park, even just seeing it through the van windows.
I found a letter from you in my favorite book you wrote. You will always be a friend to me, farewell friend. But what good does it do me to be your friend if you're dead? I don't know why you had to die. The last words that you said keep ringing in my head. I know that it was just your time, but I wish that I could hold you one last time. Sometimes I wonder if you ever were real. The further I get, the
Next up was a place we fell absolutely in love with last season, Lake Louise. That feeling only deepened this year. We stayed again at Lake Louise Campground, which is a quick 5-minute drive from the ski area. I swear Rocket and Gabby remembered this spot from last year. They immediately hopped out of the van and got up to their typical shenanigans around the site as soon as we posted up in our spot.
Why you give me the stink eye?
Gabby, everything's okay. Lake Louise is a huge ski mountain with over 4,000 acres of terrain. It's in the middle of Banff National Park, and it has been open since the 1920s, like before chairlifts were a thing. This year, the conditions were great, and we even got a day of fresh powder. We revisited some of the terrain we remember loving and discovered the back bowls of Lake Louise. And oh my God, talk about epic views. The powder was pristine, and the skiable area was absolutely massive. We went back again and again to this spot. More on that in a minute. Whether skiing the front side or the back bowls of Lake Louise, it's easy to see why it's known as one of the world's most beautiful ski resorts. Being completely within the borders of the national park means there are strict regulations about preserving wildlife habitats and natural environment. We were riding up the gondola one day and saw 3 lynx strolling through the trees. Maybe Igor, I'm filming.
Huh?
Where are we? That's what we're trying to figure out.
We're on top of the world.
We're somewhere.
Breathtaking here.
We're on one of the back bowls at Lake Louise, which I don't think we went to last year.
No, we didn't.
But I think we might be in the West Bowl. But wherever we are, I feel like I'm in the, I don't know, like we just took a left turn into heaven. So beautiful.
So just spent 4 days on Lake Louise. It did not disappoint. It snowed pretty much every day. Some days we only got about, I don't know, maybe an inch. And then the max I think we got was 6 inches. The back bowls opened up and it was amazing getting back there. Amanda got some of her first double black runs. We were coming down on almost knee deep powder at some parts. That was not touched. So thank you, Lake Louise.
Sometimes it was waist deep because I was sitting on my butt.
Well, that is true. I did have a couple falls as well, but it's like falling in a big pillow. So anyway, thank you, Lake Louise. We had a great 4 days. We hung out at the campground. Did not get ski in, ski out, but the campground is only about a 10-minute drive to Lake Louise.
Yeah.
So it's not there. It's not bad at all.
One of our favorite places on earth, I would say.
Beautiful views. The Canadian Rockies are absolutely amazing. You have to come check this place out. Highly recommended.
We need to come visit during the summer.
Yeah, that's the plan to come next is during the summer and actually see the beauty where you can actually see the mountains. Because most of the times the mountains are covered with the cloud coverage and the sun not being out.
And
Nope.
see the bears.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, we're heading to Revelstoke now. We're gonna go spend a few days there. They're expecting 16 inches of powder tomorrow and then 14 inches on Friday. So we're gonna have a great time. So we left Lake Louise and we made it to Revelstoke. Day one at the mountain. We're on the gondola heading up, as you can tell. Well, maybe not, but we are heading up to the mountain. Conditions are not great. We were here last year on closing day and conditions were horrible. And this year, they're not much better, but they are better. And we're going to make the best of it. They were expecting about 20 inches by the end of the weekend, it being Wednesday now. So hopefully by then,
That'll be amazing.
yeah, we'll get 20 inches of fresh powder. Okay, so unfortunately the stoke chair is broken down for maintenance, and we talked to the lift operators this morning, and they are saying they're just waiting on parts to come in for repairs. So probably won't be open until after the weekend, maybe early next week, depending, the parts coming in. Unfortunately, like the snow that we want that's going to hit here is probably one of the reasons that's going to slow down the parts arriving for the repairs. But
Oh, I didn't think about that.
yeah, we're going to make the best of it. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, we still have half the mountain open, and it's part of the mountain that we did not explore last time.
That's true.
Because last time it was the upper part of the mountain that was open. Now we got kind of in the lower part, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good time.
Piecemealing Revelstoke. 1 year, we'll get the full experience. Not last year and not this year, but it'll be
Yeah.
all right. And we're looking forward to this huge dump that we're going to get.
Yeah. Revelstoke is supposed to be this amazing mountain with like God sent snow and powder every year, and we just haven't experienced that. But
We believe that it's still true.
yeah, we're not gonna let it bring us down. We're gonna enjoy the mountain and have a good time. After all that talk about poor condition, the forecast came through. We got a lot of big, fat, fluffy snow overnight. When in Revelstoke, we always stay at a local truck stop and woke up not only surrounded by snow, but also by 18-wheelers on all sides. Not only did we get fresh powder, but the stoke chair opened up that day. This was such a big deal because of the way Revi is set up. The resort only has 5 ski lifts total, so Stoke is the only way to access about 40% of the mountain, including all of the bows. When we hit the top, we saw so many people hiking up further to hit the North Bow. For us, we stayed on the south side and explored the separate reality bow. The powder was so deep. When we were at Revi, they were holding the Red Bull Natural Selection Tour, which we caught not on the slopes, but from the warmth and comfort of our van, while I made breakfast. So we made it to our fourth destination on the Powder Highway. We made it to Sun Peaks last night. We got ski in, ski out parking again. We're parked probably about 100 yards from the Orient lift and the P5 lift.
Literally ski in, ski out. You
Yeah.
could put your snowboard on as you're walking out of the van and ski to the lift.
Ski
or
directly.
snowboard to the lift.
Yeah, exactly. Board directly to the lift. We
Yeah.
don't ski. We need to get that right.
I know, it's just one syllable.
Amanda's got her new hoodie on.
Oh, yes.
The hoodie cover from
I got it
the kind.
I got it at Revelstoke.
Yeah,
They were
she-
having a sale.
She really wanted one bunny ears or some kind of ears up here, but we haven't been able to find those, or the shipping time was way too long. So
I'm just gonna make my own, and
yeah,
I'm gonna crochet some and sew them on top.
yeah, there you go.
If you've seen our newest YouTube video, you know how crafty I am.
She is handy with a needle and thread, that's for sure. So yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a few days. We've been on a very big mountain. It's the second biggest mountain in Canada, only second to Whistler. And fun fact, the third biggest mountain we've been to,
Lake Louise.
Lake Louise, which was probably one of our favorites
Oh, absolutely.
in Canada, and top 5 destinations we've been to all together.
Woo! Oh, you're Pal Day at Sun Peaks.
Yes, it is.
One day it was pouring snow, and the next we had sunny, warm, slushy conditions. But such is a snowboarder's life. Overall, we love Sun Peaks, and while there, celebrated our 30th day snowboarding this season.
So we made it up to Red Mountain last night. We were a day or two late because the weather was so good at Revi that we ended up spending an extra day there, and then it kind of delayed the trip a little bit. So when we got to Red Mountain last night, temperatures were probably in the mid 40s. It was warm, it was misting rain, and then we woke up this morning to the same conditions. So Amanda and I looked at each other and looked up on the mountain, and we could see from the location we were parked at that there was a lot of exposed terrain. Everything was slushy. People were wet because it was obviously drizzling this morning. It's still kind of raining now. So we decided to skip it, which is kind of a smart decision to make, but at the same token, it's kind of bittersweet because Amanda, she wanted revenge from the first time we were here when she fell and broke her wrist. And she is so much of a better boarder now that that definitely would not happen. So she wanted revenge. How what do you think?
Yeah, maybe not revenge, but more of I had a reckoning with Red Mountain that did not come to fruition. But I'm not terribly disappointed because I think it wouldn't have been a great day on the mountain.
Definitely
you could
wouldn't
see
have.
from the parking lot, which was a mud pit, by the way.
Yeah. It
But-
would have been wet. It would have been sluggish snow, kind of like slushy snow,
Yeah.
very heavy.
This won't be the last time that we're in British Columbia or at Red Mountain.
Exactly. We'll definitely be back. So now we're driving about 10 miles to the U.S. border. Red Mountain now. We had lunch in the parking lot. I made amazing burgers with a salad, an egg on top. We made all our eggs hard-boiled because we can't get them back into the U.S. Last time we did that, they took them away. So you can't take raw eggs because of avian flu. But they allow you to take them if they're hard-boiled. So we hard-boiled the rest of our eggs so they wouldn't be taken away. And now we're making the 10-mile drive to the U.S. border.
Yeah, the U.S. border in Frontier Patterson, which is a different one than when we came in. But it's only 10 miles from Red Mountain, so we'll be there shortly.
Yep. That border is open 24 hours a day. Some of these borders, we learned the hard way a couple years ago that they're not open 24 hours a day. and we ended up having to deviate and go a couple hours out of our way to be able to cross the border. But this one is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It puts us in Washington, and then we're going to drive down to Spokane, spend the night, and then tomorrow, unfortunately, Amanda and I are going to part for a little bit as I fly back to Atlanta for a week of work.
Parting is such sweet sorrow. But you do have something to look forward to other than work.
Yeah, my old roommate and real good friend Sterling is in Atlanta for a conference, so him and I are going to hang out and spend a couple of days together. So it'd be nice. It'd be nice to spend some time with him and see him. Anyway, the journey continues.
Happy trails. Wagon trails.
It's supposed to be Shrek and Donkey.
Shrek and Donkey.
Shrek and Donkey. All right, so quick update. We made it into the U.S. No issues at the border crossing. And
Quick and easy. This is the first time we haven't had to get out of the van.
yeah. Anyway, next stop, Spokane. All right, so we've made it back to the U.S. We're in Spokane, Washington. I fly out tomorrow to Atlanta to go to work, and we're starting to edit this video. We found this amazing casino with Amanda's method. If you want to know how we found free parking for the night, please check out this linked video. So babe, what was your favorite place?
I think after the second year visiting there, I can definitely say that Lake Louise is my favorite ski resort in Canada that I've been to. Alberta, not technically in British Columbia, but like close,
Yeah.
So close. It's just the amazing terrain. We had amazing powder. It's just so gorgeous. Like there's just nothing else to say. So I would say it's top 3 of any resort I've ever been to, but definitely my favorite of this Powder Highway trip.
Yeah, I agree. The mountain is huge. The runs are long. The views are breathtaking. And we're 2 for 2 as far as powder. 2 years in a row that we've been there. And it's been great powder the entire time. So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Yeah.
And so technically, we did stick to our plan of going to the 5 resorts that we set out to go to. We made the decision to just kind of shelve Red Mountain for another year. We know we'll be back there, and we've been there before with great
No doubt.
conditions.
Yep.
So,
We'll be back.
yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us on this journey. If you liked our videos, it would mean the world to us if you subscribe to our channel. And like it, share it, and comment. Let us know what you think of them.
Yeah, definitely. And if you've been to any of the resorts, let us know what you thought. If you've been to any on the Powder Highway we haven't been to yet, give us some feedback there. Tell us why we should or should not go. And until next time.
Yeah, and let us know what your favorite mountain is in Canada. Bye, guys.